numbers.
Battlefield just made what do you call it? Dice just made it a bad game. They just made a bad game. Like there's no way to justify that. The game was bad. The game was unfinished. I always tell this one. What's she talking about? Yeah, ubya nga 7. Ndiri swilo swa ku vilingana mani ene like swilo swa ku tanganana ako kuva ukuva switiletsani wa ḓivha ndi iṅwe thundu ine ina maḓuvha badi ndi khou teledza ita ndi u sendedza mutshini nda bvisela nnḓa fhaḽa nda kuvha ndi iṅwe process ine i khou konḓa luṅwe i khou teledzisa zwi khou teledza but ndi khou bva fhaḽa u ḓo ya tsheka uri zwino yo no dzhenani ya ne ene ya tshi tongo ḓingela nṋe ana vhangana a songa humbeli mungana ane a mu ḓadzisa hanefho na ri vhangana problem ane havha na thuso na luthihi indubitably lulimi lwo gretareya ngoralo yane okay zwiitiswa nga mini like
were in the 2000s, but man, if matchmaking wasn't bad enough, it's only bound to get worse. People on Reset Era highlighting this, talking about this, and indeed, you can go to Steam charts and check this out for yourself. I can show you right here. In the last week, these are what the numbers look like. Almost dipped below 1,000, but not quite.
It's called greed. What I think they can do is just make the game free, and then the game can die. The game can rest in peace.
Wow, right there, 1,001, but right here, it's not even a question. We were looking at 979 players right here, and 950 right here, and if we look at like the trend across 3 months, you can see it is this continuously downwards spiraling trend, and I don't imagine that will stop anytime soon unless this game makes great strides in releasing updates faster and making the content additions and fixes substantial. But with how much there is to fix with this game, the team is clearly so far behind and playing catch-up. Now, as far as community sentiments go surrounding all of this, well, they're celebrating the fact that Battlefield 2042 is dying off, crashing and burning because, well, they were understandably peeved at the state of the game's launch, and they figured, you know what, they need to fail hard so that they can realize that this is just not gonna fly. And so one of the top posts recently is this one right here. It happened, boys. Battlefield 2042 subreddit when Battlefield 2042 finally has less than 1,000 players. My god, this dance just makes me cringe. Few things make me cringe quite as much as this gif right here, but that's besides the point. The fact of the matter is, people will celebrate when EA fails if they continue to approach customers in bad faith. Many believe that this...
We love it. People love it when they fail. They freaking love it. They love it when EA fail. company has been shit since then. Now they're what do you call it? There's a way to say it in English. They are paying for their sins.
This continues to highlight that this is a dead live service. Dice's Skeleton Crew just needs to move on to another project. Nothing will save this game now. The majority of players have moved on. I agree that nothing short of a miracle is going to revitalize this game. And it doesn't help matters that according to Battlefield Bulletin here, a key update that was supposed to come out in...
This guy. I think Black Ops 2 has the best COD campaign overall. It's outstanding how many great things Treyarch did with the branching story, character level design, and replayability. And also none of that was carried forward in later games. All we got was Trengo Boom. Trengo Boom was the best. I enjoyed. Black Ops 3 worked very well. The game worked. It was a very good game, but it was not very Black Ops 3. It was not a very good Call of Duty game, but it was a very good game. The idea was good. I liked the idea. It was so perfect.
In early April has been delayed. It is April 12, 2022 as of the publishing of this video. It's definitely past early April. We're approaching mid-April and still no signs of that substantial update. Battlefield Bulletin tweeted in response to somebody asking, do you know something about the early April update? Battlefield Bulletin said the update has been delayed until further notice. I know some of you have asked the community team about this. They're basically sidestepping the topic, probably because of NDA. We'll know more as soon as it passes the certification on all platforms. What few players remain are understandably disillusioned. Here's somebody who posted a screenshot of that tweet and just straight up says, I'm tired. They've already botched the game's launch, and it's clear that they don't have a full grasp on...
They don't have an idea. They don't know what they want to do. In fact, they did this intentionally. It was the idea all along, because just like games like FIFA and whatever, the sports games they have, they know even if the game is half baked, people will still buy it. People will still freaking buy it. So this was the thing biting them. Yeah, it's closing open weekend for video games adaptation. Sonic 2 did very well. Uncharted was S, Tomb Raider, Oracle, Angry Bird, Prince of Persia. They screw up, but they think they thought people won't care, but the same time, damn, this shit, whatever. Phase destroying. They thought people were just we're just going to accept it and just let it go, just like that. That is what I thought. That is what I think.
Even upcoming patches and content, so it just paints an even more negative picture surrounding an already infamous title. Now, Battlefield Bulletin did point out that 8 hours ago, as of the recording of this video, Florian, a developer at EA and DICE, tweeted, as far as the early April patch goes, not long now, we're working on the notes right now. And in response to that, Battlefield Bulletin highlighted that DICE is currently working on the April update notes for Battlefield 2042. Florian claims that it's not long now. I guess we'll see if the early April update comes out in mid-April or if it's gonna get delayed to like late April or beyond. I mean, who knows at this point. And this whole situation gets even sadder when you start to compare how past games performed in terms of content and update releases versus Battlefield 2042, as highlighted by Battlefield Bulletin here. Battlefield 2042 was released 5 months ago today, and it hasn't received any gameplay content or official roadmap to date. And down here you can see a summary of how many new maps, weapons, vehicles, and or gadgets previous entries received versus Battlefield 2042. You can see a substantial amount of things have come out for these games within the same 5 months window, whereas Battlefield 2042, this emoji is pretty appropriate. Literally nothing except for some minor updates and fixes. Here's another tweet from Westy as highlighted by this Reddit user talking about how many maps came out in the roughly 5 months period after launch. Amount of post-launch maps for Battlefield games delivered by roughly 5 months after launch. Battlefield 3, 4, Battlefield 4, 12, Battlefield 1, 5, Battlefield 5, 2, and Battlefield 2042, 0. And this Reddit user, who's clearly frustrated at the state of things, just said this is why the community constantly knocks down 2042. It's not only a worse game than previous entries and a far worse launch than previous entries, even its post-launch is far worse than anything that has come before in the Battlefield franchise. With early April having come and gone, people are now wondering where the hell is the early April patch, with a screenshot highlighting how Battlefield 2042's first major update was in fact supposed to come in early April per the Battlefield team. There are plenty of posts about this. Here's another one. DICE needs to change calendars, and right here it is highlighted. Our next update is presently scheduled to arrive in early April. People talking about how basic implementations even are being delayed. Well, here's an apology from Kevin Johnson. Sincerely apologize for the delay with this Monday's feature experience. In the comment section below, one Reddit user complained, how on earth do they delay such a thing? It's literally disabling and re-enabling game modes, specifically referring to the Monday's feature experience. And on top of that, this user also highlights the early April promise, but when stuff like this, basic elements like these, are getting delayed, it just seems like the pipeline surrounding the post-launch development of Battlefield 2042 is in a very dire state. People also highlighting how certain promised fixes still haven't been implemented months after they were promised. Can't believe you guys still waiting for that early April update. And here's a screenshot of a Twitter user highlighting how the C5 recon drone trick is just breaking the game, basically referring to the broken ability to attach a C5 to a recon drone, fly it over from a safe distance and blow up tanks and kill players that way. It's just way too overpowered. Back in December 11th, 2021, it was promised, thanks for the feedback, placing C5 on the recon drone is going to be removed in an upcoming patch. Which upcoming patch wasn't specified, a timetable wasn't specified, but this issue still remains, and I guess the hope is that the early April update will fix this or get rid of this, but who knows when the early April update is coming out, seemingly sometime in April, but early April has come and gone. But yeah, 4 months after promising this fix, it's still not here. There are people also highlighting the dire state of the live service aspect of the game, with Battlefield social media not having tweeted for 2 full months. So this user's highlighting completely normal for a live service game to not post on their social media for 2 full months, suggesting that there's just not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot of interest on EA and DICE's part. Literally same thing happened to the Valve digital card game Artifact, where they just stopped tweeting altogether in the months leading up to its death. There are people highlighting past promises surrounding Battlefield 2042's post-launch. Gee whiz, I can't wait, says his Reddit user, highlighting this article from DualShockers that reported sources Battlefield 2042 Season Pass content to be the most extensive in series history. Plenty of people making fun of the live service aspect of this game. Battlefield's live service summarized, no map needed, making
no map needed.
fun of the fact that there's been 0 new maps in the 5 months timetable after the game's release, unlike previous entries which saw a handful of maps come out during the same time frame. Some people straight up calling this live service early access, which absolutely it is exactly that. We can't say it's the worst live service in the world if it's not a live service. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man meme of live service puts glasses on for more clarity. Oh, it's early access. Andy McNamara's tweet about brutal expectations has come up yet again. It's been 5 months since the game's launch, and so little progress has been made. So people are posting things like, all right, Andy, you've had...
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Will Smith gave the Oscars an unexpected gift. A
By-
ratings boost for the
by slapping that other guy.
first time in what could be a decade. But this is an unexpected gift, like a cat bringing you a dead bird, or a dog taking a shit on the carpet. A mess that got your attention, but now you're left with the aftermath. Much like Will Smith's relationship, this has become a train wreck that only gets bigger as more time passes.
You wanna hit my motherfucking brother? Cause your bitch gave you a side eye? Oh, it's a lot of rock brothers. Y'all ain't know it's a lot of rock brothers. It's 10 of us. You gotta see all the rock brothers.
And Jada is in the background looking like a Sith villain from Star Wars.
Execute Order 66.
She could play Ajara Ventress. I probably got the name wrong, but who cares? What I find most interesting is not the slap itself, but the virtue signaling that came afterwards. Wanda Sykes and Amy Schumer were, and I quote, shocked, stunned, and traumatized.
My friend, Chris, and it was sickening. It was absolutely. I physically felt ill, and I'm still a little traumatized by it.
Me too.
For them to let him stay in that room and enjoy the rest of the show and accept his award, I was like, how gross is this?
I think we all can agree the best way to unpack what happened is to stream my series Life and Beth, Hulu,
What?
and see me on tour this fall.
What?
Great.
What?
She wants to punish you with more Amy Schumer.
But for real, still triggered and traumatized.
You traumatized me by letting me know you got a TV show that will probably be as unfunny as you are.
I love my friend Chris Rock and believe
Don't you hate how everything's so corporate now? You gotta at your fucking place. Here's at my TV show, and here comes my...
comedy special and at Chris Rock and believe he handled it like a pro. Stayed up there and gave an Oscar to his friend, Questlove. The whole thing was so disturbing. So much pain in Will Smith. At Will Smith. Anyway, I'm still in shock and stunned and sad. I'm proud of myself and my co-host. But yeah, waiting for this sickening feeling to go away from what we all witnessed.
This is what we call sickness. This was shocking
Is
and
aiding
traumatizing.
SOS.
I wish I could drop these people off in
Is
Ukraine and give
aiding
them a real
SOS
shock to the
yes.
system.
Yes.
Still,
As
can I say
millions
No.
more people migrate.
that? I signed a
It's
contract.
ass now.
I know
like,
I stopped.
Joe Big,
Yes.
Joe Big just.
I remember what they told
Joe
me I
Big is
couldn't
shit,
do.
bro.
Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this
Crime
video.
and
Nothing like
everything is
walking the
just
streets,
fighting.
blasting your favorite mix
People
on
are fucking
Spotify,
tired.
using your earbuds as an excuse to block out the world, and avoid contact with other people
Get that
because you are
plane
now
and
so
fly.
poorly socialized. Raycon's everyday
Oh my
earbuds
God.
look, feel, and sound better than ever, with optimized gel tips for the perfect inner ear fit, without causing you pain after prolonged use, unlike other brands I won't name. Did I mention they don't fall out of your ears? That means you can headbang or give your head a little shake, baby. They'll stay in place.
So I was
Raycons
dating
come in
this guy
5 different
kinda
colors,
rich, and he
offer
asked
8 hours
me
of
out
playtime and 32 hours of battery
Out
life.
of the
You
blue.
get great
Wait, would you date a struggling guy? And I said no, due to some personal reasons. And he said, to me you're the struggling guy. I haven't yielded yet. What? So I was dating this guy, kinda rich, and he asked me out of the blue, would you date a struggling guy? And I said no, due to some personal reasons. And he said, To me, you are the struggling guy. I haven't healed yet. What? This shit, it makes no sense.
All set for your first weekend home alone?
You really think he's ready, Stan?
Of course he is. He's never given us any reason not to.
What? Is it a he or a she? This makes no fucking sense. Okay, let's go.
Quality audio at half the price of other premium
Oh,
audio
that's-
brands. The everyday earbuds now have over 48,000 5-star reviews.
Oh, yes,
Click the link in the
yes,
description or go to buyraycon.com/itsagundam to get 15% off your Raycons today. I don't know about you, but if I was hosting the Oscars alongside them, I would have been more traumatized by the horrible jokes that were so bad that the internet didn't even want to acknowledge them.
This year, the Academy hired 3 women to host because it's cheaper than hiring one man. It's fun, right? Yeah, you're right.
Well, we're gonna have a great night tonight, and for you people in Florida, we're gonna have a gay night.
Women! Huh?
Let alone even bother to make memes on them. When the internet doesn't even bother memeing on you for sucking, I don't know what to say because I don't know how to process this. Amy Schumer was so unfunny, people literally thought that she didn't know who Kirsten Dunst was.
I love West Side Story. Did you see it? It's so good. I've been getting out of that Spider-Man costume. Did I miss anything? There's like a different vibe in here. Why won't you laugh? Probably not. Well, anyway, okay. Now that's comedy. So when you get up to go to the bathroom, or if you're going to cry because you didn't win, God damn you! Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Let me just show you what the seat fillers do. Okay, here's a seat filler. Can we get you up, honey? You want to go to the bathroom? Okay. Let's just get you. Thank you, seat fillers. Love them. Jesse, I loved you in Power of the Dog.
You know that was my wife.
You're married to that seat filler? Thank you.
And Twitter stands went absolutely insane. We no longer worship God in America. We worship companies, brand names, and celebrities that used to be in big movies almost 20 years ago. Wasn't Spider-Man in like 07? Name me a Kirsten Dunst film since then that did well. I'll wait.
He's a monster.
The Academy also came out to let us know that they asked Will Smith to leave, and he refused to do so. And that was the end of that. Will Smith, please leave. No. Okay, Big Will. This led to the ultimate dark timeline moment. Darkseid Phil ratioed the Oscars.
Darksea Death Hill.
I don't know how else to preface it to you. That's right. The guy who's most famous for beating off live on YouTube. As I stated before, DSP shook off that jizz fest like a bison in the rain.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
The same dude who made his fans pay for the back taxes that he f***ed up paying. The same guy who told everyone on one stream that he had good news. The news that would make everybody's life better. It's like, oh, I have some good news for you guys. And they're like, Daddy Phil, give us the news. And he's like, you don't get the news until I get $1,000. And then the pay pig squealed in delight. And they said, not only will I give you $1,000, Daddy Phil, you get 2. And then he pulls out a cat he had for a year straight.
All right, first of all, thank you all so very much. I'll be very honest with all of you. I didn't think we were going to hit it today. I didn't at all. You guys ready? Oh my God, people are like, oh my God, they're going to have a heart attack. Look at this. They're freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. Ladies and gentlemen, I got someone I'd like you to meet. Come on up here. Come on up here, buddy. You want to come up here? Or you want me to pick you up? Someone who actually is not a new addition to the family. Someone who I'm going to introduce you to today, who has been a part of our lives for quite some time, in fact. All right, and it's funny because we've, with all. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. This is Jasper, ladies and gentlemen. Jasper the cat.
And he was like, nobody knew I had a cat, you guys. Triumphant snort. And all the detractors are like, Phil, we said you had a cat. And then Darkseid Phil's like, you thought that I had a new cat. I had Jasper for a while. You got. Anyway. Yeah, that guy. That dude got the people behind him. And he ratioed the Oscars worse than he ratioed Pro Jared for cheating on his wife and then dressing up like Sailor and Mercury. Welcome to the jungle. It gets more retarded every day.
And happy 40th birthday to Philip. In Britain, hope today is a positive day full of video games and championship wrestling. Love Cat, Son, Jasper, Howard, John, Rich, Jordan, and everyone down at the farms.
Then he created a civil war on Twitter. It was no longer about Will Smith, really. It was about a whole bunch of other things that basically became about people themselves, because that's the world we live in now. If anything happens, everybody has to make it about them. The New York Times came out and said most of America was behind Will Smith in this slap. Then The Hill came out and said, no, America was behind Chris Rock. There were also the people on Twitter screaming that black women were victims. Then there were the people that were screaming Chris Rock has autism and learning disabilities. Will Smith is bullying the mentally challenged. I wish I could find you the tweet, but I lost it. There are also the people who were overwhelmingly acting as if alopecia was a death sentence. But what it really all boils down to is what I've said many times before. Women are strong, women are bold, women are brave, and they're beautiful, they're powerful. They can do anything, except take a joke. All in all, watching all of this unfold was like watching a snake eat its own tail while screaming bigot in the process. Journalists weighed in with some of the most hard-hitting journalism you will ever see in your life. And I hope you are ready for this, so buckle up.
Much for joining the NewsHour. And Professor Yulin, I want to jump right in with you. You wrote a searing piece for The Hollywood Reporter in which you seem to dissect each action Will Smith took that night in a deeper context of pain, specifically what you called black pain. Why do you think it's important to see this moment through that lens?
I think that anytime we witness violence, we need to understand that from a place where we recognize the emotional and psychological state that's driving this physical response to a trigger. And Will Smith was definitely triggered that night. But I think in the broader context of American society, we need to understand what was happening there is really rooted and steeped in a 400-year commitment to black erasure, black marginalization, black silencing, and the stereotyping of black people. All of that was present in a visceral, felt, and real way in the infamous slap.
Right. Forbes had this one.
While talking about Will Smith's behavior, don't forget to also talk about the system that helped created it.
Damn you, you evil white people. You made Will Smith slap Chris Rock. Where's my water? Stu, where's my water?
Various conspiracy theories have run the gamut. From the incident being staged for ratings to being staged to emasculate black men further?
What? Wait, how was there an emasculation? I thought people were pumped up for this. People were like screaming, do it, Philly!
But perhaps the largest question that should be asked is why blacks in Hollywood have routinely been expected to grin and bear embarrassment and degradation.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Black people, I don't know. We black people sometimes we do some crazy things. We go crazy sometimes. Like that shit that Will Smith did. That's really. Okay, I'll put this here. And here's the thing. This one, right? Red Dead Dump 2015 in a January feed.
Why are you still here? If that thing isn't fixed before my dad gets home, he's gonna kill me.
What do I want to play? What do I want to play?
Morning, son. Dad, what are you doing here?
What is this? The immediate reader. What is this supposed to be? Shit, this thing is so hard. Meski mobile di sini coba gimana? Nope, I'm not doing that shit, bro. Oh, Netflix and Netflix. This kid of mine. Let's forget to load up that map. What? Okay, this thing's pulling me so high, bro. This thing is so high. I'm so high. Sip, nigga. Sip, nigga. Sip.